One song can change everything. In the 1970s, some artists struck gold with a single, unforgettable track, but never managed to score another hit. It was a storm of rock innovation, and in this creative surge, a handful of one-hit wonders burned bright, defined their careers, and left a lasting mark. Today, we dive into the story of 15 rock one-hit wonders of the 1970s, songs that lit up the charts, then vanished, but never died. Norman Greenbaum's Spirit in the Sky, released in 1970, exemplifies that rare, almost magical alignment of talent and timing. Emerging at a time when listeners were open to spiritual themes and experimental sounds, Greenbaum, a Jewish musician, found inspiration in gospel music despite not practicing the faith. He wrote the song in a single night, crafting its signature fuzzy guitar riff and layering vocals to create a sound that was both raw and uplifting. The rhythm, punctuated by hand claps and a steady rock groove, gave it a distinctive energy, making it unlike anything else on the radio. It blended psychedelic rock with gospel influences in a way that felt both unconventional and irresistible. When released, Spirit in the Sky soared to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US and topped charts worldwide. Audiences were captivated by its infectious riff, otherworldly feel, and positive message about life and the afterlife. The song became ubiquitous, appearing in films, commercials, and TV shows for decades, cementing its place as a classic. Though Greenbaum continued to make music, he never again replicated this level of success. Yet, the song's enduring popularity proves that one well-crafted track can outshine an entire career, becoming a permanent part of pop culture. Also in 1970, Mungo Jerry released In the Summertime, a song that perfectly captured the carefree spirit of youth. Ray Dorset reportedly wrote it in just 10 minutes, creating a skiffle-inspired, jug band-infused track that was instantly infectious. Its hand claps, simple acoustic guitar, and playful vocals created a sense of joy and freedom, while the lyrics painted a picture of sun-soaked days, carefree romance, and endless adventure. It was a song that invited listeners to embrace a sense of leisure and fun, a much-needed respite in a world still adjusting to the tumult of the late 1960s. Upon release, In the Summertime reached number 1 in the UK and became a global sensation. Despite its popularity, Mungo Jerry struggled to follow it with a comparable hit, leaving the band forever associated with this single iconic track. Yet the song's infectious energy and feel-good vibe have ensured its longevity, appearing in commercials, films, and even being covered by artists like Shaggy decades later. It remains the quintessential summer anthem, demonstrating the power of a one-hit wonder to define a moment in time. Blues Image also made their mark in 1970 with Ride Captain Ride, a horn-driven rock track that told a story of adventure and escape. Written by Mike Panera and Corey Wells, the song was inspired by the desire to break free from mundane life and embark on a metaphorical voyage. Its bold brass sections, driving rhythm, and melodic hooks created a cinematic feel, making listeners feel as though they were part of the journey. The narrative quality of the lyrics, inviting someone to take the helm and explore uncharted waters, was unusual for the era, giving the song a unique identity. The track climbed to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, and its adventurous spirit resonated with audiences hungry for music that went beyond simple love songs or party anthems. Despite this success, Blues Image was unable to replicate the hit, and the band eventually disbanded. Yet, Ride Captain Ride remains a beloved emblem of early 70s rock, its energy and storytelling standing as a testament to a brief but bright moment in the band's history. Free's All Right Now, also from 1970, demonstrated the raw power of British hard rock. With an instantly recognizable riff and driving rhythm, the song captured youthful exuberance, rebellion, and the confidence of a generation ready to challenge convention. Lead singer Paul Rodgers' emotive voice, paired with Paul Kossoff's expressive guitar work, created a track that was both accessible and musically impressive. Its lyrics, celebrating freedom and desire, resonated with young audiences everywhere. All Right Now became a global hit, solidifying Free's place in rock history. Yet internal tensions and differing creative visions led to the band's breakup shortly after the song's success. Paul Rodgers would later form Bad Company, but All Right Now remained Free's signature legacy. Its enduring appeal on classic rock radio and inclusion in countless compilations highlights the lasting power of a single, well-executed song. The Ides of March achieved fame with Vehicle, another 1970 hit that combined horn-driven rock with pop sensibilities. Emerging in a musical landscape rich with experimentation, the song struck a perfect balance between energetic instrumentation and catchy lyrics. Its metaphorical theme of being a vehicle for love and adventure made it stand out from the typical love songs dominating the charts. The upbeat brass and lively tempo made it irresistibly danceable and radio-friendly. Vehicle reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, capturing the attention of listeners across the country. Yet, like many one-hit wonders, the Ides of March could not replicate this level of commercial success. Despite subsequent releases, no other song matched the energy or appeal of Vehicle. The track endures as a quintessential early 70s hit, a horn-laden anthem that epitomized the vibrancy of its time. In 1973, Brownsville Station released "Smokin' in the Boys' Room," a song that perfectly embodied teenage rebellion. With its raucous energy, gritty guitar riffs, and playful lyrics about sneaking cigarettes at school, the track resonated with adolescents across America. Its rebellious spirit captured a facet of youth culture that had rarely been so openly celebrated in mainstream music, giving it a sense of authenticity and relatability. The song became a top 40 hit and was later famously covered by Mötley Crüe in the 1980s, further cementing its legacy. Brownsville Station, however, never managed to replicate this success. Despite further albums and tours, the band would forever be associated with this singular anthem. Yet, the track's impact endured, embodying the playful, defiant energy of 70s youth culture and rock music. King Harvest followed in 1973 with "Dancing in the Moonlight," a soft rock gem that exuded a sense of magic and carefree joy. Written after casual nights spent with friends, the song's melodic piano lines, warm vocals, and gentle rhythm conveyed a feeling of community and shared happiness. Its lyrics captured a sense of social unity and evening leisure, striking a chord in a decade that appreciated optimism and lighthearted storytelling in music. Upon release, "Dancing in the Moonlight" enjoyed significant chart success and became a radio staple. King Harvest never managed to score another major U.S. hit, leaving this song as their singular legacy. Its enduring appeal lies in its soothing melody and feel-good vibe, qualities that have kept it alive in nostalgia playlists, commercials, and covers for decades. The First Class released "Beach Baby" in 1974, a sunny power pop track reminiscent of 60s California surf culture. Although arriving mid-decade, the song evoked nostalgia for a more innocent era, blending melodic hooks with lush instrumentation. It was primarily a studio project, yet its infectious chorus and bright production made it a hit, reaching the top 5 in the U.S. charts. Despite the commercial success, The First Class never replicated the hit, fading from mainstream attention. Beach Baby remains a snapshot of a moment in time, a musical postcard from the past, emblematic of how one hit can encapsulate both an era and a mood with perfect efficiency. Sugarloaf's "Don't Call Us, We'll Call You," also from 1974, provided a satirical take on the music industry itself. With clever lyrics, catchy instrumentation, and a sense of playful irony, the track stood out from typical rock fare. Its commentary on the challenges of dealing with record labels, combined with a polished production and infectious chorus, gave it broad appeal, particularly among industry-savvy listeners and casual fans alike. Reaching number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, the song became Sugarloaf's defining hit. Subsequent releases never matched its commercial success, cementing the band's status as a one-hit wonder. Yet the track remains relevant for its witty commentary and melodic craftsmanship, showcasing how humor and critique can coexist with mainstream appeal in 70s rock. In 1976, Wild Cherry created "Play That Funky Music," a funky rock anthem that captured the era's dance-oriented vibe. The song's irresistible groove, sing-along chorus, and hybrid of rock and disco elements made it an instant hit. Written after band members were encouraged to switch from rock to funk during a club performance, it perfectly encapsulated the trend of genre blending that defined mid-70s music. The song went to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, cementing Wild Cherry's place in music history. Although they could not replicate the success, Play That Funky Music has endured as a party staple, film soundtrack favorite, and radio mainstay, proving that a single hit can define a band's cultural legacy. Walter Egan's Magnet and Steel, released in 1978, exemplified soft rock's romantic allure. Backed by the distinctive harmonies of Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, the song's warm melody and heartfelt lyrics made it an immediate favorite. It captured a quieter, more intimate side of the decade, contrasting with the louder, rebellious rock of the earlier years. The track reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, yet Egan would never achieve similar chart success again. Still, Magnet and Steel endures as a soft rock classic, frequently appearing in films and television, and remaining a touchstone for romantic nostalgia from the late 70s. Jay Ferguson's Thunder Island, also from 1978, embraced the smooth yacht rock aesthetic that characterized the late 70s. With Joe Walsh's distinctive guitar work and Ferguson's melodic vocals, the song achieved a breezy, relaxed atmosphere perfect for summer drives or evening relaxation. Its catchy hook and polished production made it a hit, reaching the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Although Ferguson had earlier success with the band's Spirit, Thunder Island became his only major solo hit. The song remains a definitive example of late 70s soft rock, epitomizing the era's focus on melody, craftsmanship, and subtle storytelling in music. Sniffin' the Tears' Driver's Seat, released in 1979, offered a sophisticated new wave rock hybrid. Its contemplative lyrics, urban sensibility, and minor key progression created a sense of introspection unusual for the late 70s pop landscape. The track's subtle instrumentation and memorable chorus helped it reach number 15 on the US charts. Despite this success, Sniffin' the Tears never replicated the hit in America. Yet Driver's Seat grew into a cult favorite, featured in films, commercials, and nostalgia playlists, exemplifying how one song can capture an entire mood or era in a way that transcends fleeting commercial trends. The Knack's My Sharona, also from 1979, exploded onto the scene with an infectious riff and youthful energy. Written by Doug Fieger about his teenage crush, the song's driving rhythm, catchy guitar hooks, and singable chorus made it a phenomenon, topping the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks. It captured the end-of-decade rock sound, punchy, melodic, and immediately addictive. Although the Knack continued releasing music, they never again matched the monumental success of My Sharona. The track became emblematic of the late 70s rock era, featured in films, television, and countless covers. Its cultural resonance proved that a single, perfectly executed song could immortalize a band and define a generation's memory of a decade. Finally, Paper Lace's The Night Chicago Died, released in 1974, was a theatrical storytelling rock-pop hit. The song painted a dramatic picture of a fictional Chicago gang war, with catchy choruses and narrative flair that drew listeners in. Its unique combination of rock instrumentation and narrative lyrics made it stand out, capturing audiences' imaginations across America. Reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, Paper Lace would never achieve another major U.S. hit. Yet, The Night Chicago Died remains a nostalgic emblem of 70s storytelling in rock music, proving that creativity, drama, and melody can combine to create a timeless one-hit wonder. The 1970s were a decade of fleeting fame, bold experimentation, and musical brilliance. For these artists, a single song was enough to leave a lasting mark, capturing the mood, style, and spirit of the era. They may have been one-hit wonders, but their songs continue to echo through the decades, reminding us that sometimes one perfect hit is all it takes to secure a place in music history. Which of these 70s rock one-hit wonders brings back your memories? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories behind the songs that shaped our lives.